What are your takeaways from the Lakers mounting this incredible 27-point comeback against the Dallas Mavericks this past weekend?
I mean, I've been saying it for years, and I'm going to apparently die on this hill, and no one's going to hear me. It's rebounding. Anthony Davis and Jared Vanderbilt had 15 and 17 rebounds, guys. That's 32. What 32 between two players? Where's the box out? Where are our centers? Where's our power forwards? Where's Christian Wood? Where's Dwight Powell? Oh, that's right. Christian Wood only had 9 rebounds. Okay, so I'll give him a little bit of a pass. Then you go out there and JaVale McGee didn't get he got a DNP. Dwight Powell has 6 rebounds. Like, really, guys? We got out rebounded, and it was an atrocity. Like, how does Kyrie have 11 boards, bro? Our point guard has 11 rebounds. He out rebounded all of our bigs. We have absolutely no paint presence. We have no interior defense. We turned the ball over 16 times. We had little to no contributions outside of Christian Wood and Tim Hardaway off the bench. Holiday had 6. Bullock had 6. Dwight had 6. I like what else, what are we supposed to do with these inefficient numbers? I mean, granted, I will give them passes when Kyrie and Luka take 44 shots between the two of them, but they're our best playmakers. They're our best players in general. You got to have them put up shots, and I can't get mad because Tim Hardaway had 13 and Christian Wood had 13 shots. We just don't know how to put teams away. We're not a good closeout team. We are not a good defensive team. We are not a good rebounding team. So, yes, it is nice to have Kyrie and Luka. Yes, it is incredible to have the best first quarter and fourth quarter score. But what good does that do when we're losing to a team that is under 500? It's no disrespect to the Lakers. Again, a lot of the reasons why they're under 500, injuries, bad personnel. Obviously, now they're working on kind of like adapting as a new team with all of their added pieces that they've acquired. And D'Angelo Russell didn't play. That's another thing that pisses me off. We lost to a team that didn't have one of their better players. But I mean, people stepped up for the Lakers, man. Like Kyle said, AD had 30, Vanderbilt had 15, LeBron had 26, Schroeder had 16, Malik Beasley had 8. But there were a couple shots where they very well could have gone in. He had some open looks, but there's not much you can do when people are scoring at that efficiency of a clip. So I've been saying it over and over and over. If we do not get a big, we are never going to win another championship. We can't have people that are soft. We can't have people missing layups at the rim. We can't have people getting out hustled on free throw rebounds. It's the little tiny grit plays that add up over and over each and every game to where it's like you can't even overlook it. Like, how the hell are we doing this? And by the way, just because we get Justin Holiday, that means that Jaden Hardy gets no minutes? That means that Theo Pinson gets no minutes? So the players that were producing while players were hurt, and the players that were producing after the trade actually helped us win games and keep in game. This is why I look at Jason Kidd. I'm like, what are we doing right now? Like, who are we playing right now? Like, why is Reggie Bullock still getting consistent minutes the way that he is? Once he starts to struggle, I know what he does on the defensive side, but we have to find ways to score. And we're not going to score with Jaden Hardy on the bench with a DNP. So, I mean, we didn't shoot the most inefficient from the field. I mean, we shot 40% from 3, 42% from the field, which that's below average. We shot 71% from the free throw line. I mean, for God's sakes, the Lakers shot 17% from the three-point line, and we lost this game. 17.6% from 3, and we lost. The Lakers put their heads down. They attacked the paint. They attacked the basket, and that's why they won this game. It's that simple.
Yeah, and honestly, when I look back at this game, the Lakers made a good adjustment. After the Mavs got off to this incredible start, I mean, being up 27 points in the first half, I believe that was the largest deficit that the Lakers had faced this season, or at least it was tied for the largest deficit that the Lakers had faced this season. But the problem is that it came in the second quarter for the Mavs. And, you know, it's cliche, but it's kind of appropriate here. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. And the Lakers just started chipping away slowly but surely. And then by the fourth quarter, the Lakers were actually able to take the lead relatively early. And then it was just back and forth. And then you never really know how it's going to play out in those scenarios. But the Lakers, they made some good adjustments. Like Kev said, they attacked the rim and made the most of it. And these are performances that the Lakers are going to have from here on out. They're on a 3-game win streak right now. So ever since the All-Star break, they've had a relatively good start. And with the Western Conference being as log jammed as it is, especially in that middle tier of the Western Conference, it's essentially anything from what I would consider the 5th seed to about the 10th or 11th seed, there's going to be some teams that are going to be opportunistic and try to improve their seeding. And it wouldn't really take that much. It could be something as simple as winning 2 or 3 games in a row. And then some of those higher seeds, if they drop 2 out of 3 games, some of these lower seeds like the Lakers could hop in not only into a play-in tournament situation, but it eventually, or could possibly just entirely miss the play-in tournament and they could just go into the playoffs outright, which would be what I would consider a dream scenario for the Lakers based on how their season has gone this year with the amount of injuries that they sustained, with the lack of inconsistent play, with the amount of player rotation that we've seen on the roster. If they were to skip the play-in tournament entirely, I think that would give them a lot of momentum going into the postseason. And, this was a good litmus test for the Lakers because they are a relatively older team. The Mavs, look, you got Luka Doncic, one of the best up-and-coming players in the league. You got Kyrie Irving, who has been pretty good so far in his Mavericks tenure, relatively short tenure. But the fact that they were able to lead this comeback and make the in-game adjustments of attacking the basket, attacking one of the vulnerabilities that the Mavericks had, it's like what Kevin said. The Mavericks don't have a reliable big down low to protect the paint. And when the Lakers could not buy a shot behind the three-point line, they made the adjustment of attacking the rim and just going at that all game long, essentially in the second half, because that's really where they made their mark and really got back into this game. Because even at halftime, the Lakers were still down relatively large. It was somewhere between a 15 to 18 point deficit for them, but they just chipped away. And Braun had some good performances. AD had some good performances. Vanderbilt, who has been, I think, one of their shining players ever since that they made the trade with Russell Westbrook involved, he has really stepped up with the Lakers, and hopefully it continues. But the Lakers, they're in an advantageous spot right here. And if they can make the most of it for the next couple weeks, I think it could bode well for them. And when it comes to the Mavericks got to look in the mirror. You're up 27 points. You cannot let that lead slip. But I think we're just in the age of the NBA where these massive leads are at risk of being lost, and that's what happened in this scenario with the Mavericks. So, 27-point lead 20 years ago, it would pretty much ensure a team is probably going to win that game. In today's NBA, that does not mean it anymore. So, the Mavericks, it's that second and third quarter that they really got to focus on. And that to me is where they lost this game. And the fourth quarter, granted, they're one of the best performing fourth quarter teams, but not enough against the Lakers. The Mavericks got outscored in the fourth quarter, so give credit to the Lakers. They made the most of it. But it's going to be very interesting to see how both these teams adjust from this game. The Lakers have a little bit of momentum. Definitely not the case with the Mavs. And we'll see how both teams fare out from here on out.